Hey everybody, Chandler Quinton here with my RSI trade of the day. Today was Facebook. When you're trading RSI, you're looking for oversold, overbought opportunities, and that is it. RSI is all about finding the bottom, finding the top, getting long, getting short at the right times, and having a solid exit. Today, Facebook opened up and just cruised on down to oversold territory. Perfect buying opportunity right here for options. Perfect selling opportunity right here for options when it gets overbought. Perfect day. Let me walk you through how it went down in real time. So I have two charts here. I have a 5-minute one day, and underneath it I have a 5-minute one day. Both charts are running candlesticks, except this one's squished down so I can fit RSI at the same size. And I have RSI 2 up here and RSI 14. And my philosophy is that RSI 14 is the signal and RSI 2 is the trigger. So when I see RSI get oversold, I get excited. And then I start looking at RSI 2 to find that point where it's ready to go. At 9:45, RSI started crossing 30, and anything below 30 is definitely oversold. You see yesterday, you had RSI down at 20 on Facebook with a nice up move. So we're getting down here. So it's looking pretty exciting with a move that fast. You always want a ripsaw back up. So 9:45, I'm getting excited, and RSI 2 is at 2.94. The next 5-minute bar is at 2.60, and the next bar is at 2.04. So you would have been aware of getting in right in this bar, and then maybe you got in here. If you got in at the bottom here, congratulations, and you still could have gotten in on this bar before you got that nice uptrend to right over here, which would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 minutes later. So a very short trade. So when RSI crossed, I look at this, and then I also start looking at the options chain. So let me switch this over to Facebook, and I'm looking at next week's Friday expiration, and the stock was at the low was 66.90, so say $67. So say we are picking in at the money call. At 9:45 was our first, itch to get in, and then we would have gotten in right here. RSI 2 for the option chart being at 1.79, so oversold that it wasn't even funny. So this is where you got in with the low of 150, and when you're trading RSI, you want to get out when you are overbought. I use RSI 2 when I'm doing this. However, I'll show you how that would have shaken out. You would have been in at 150, 151, and if you waited to get overbought on RSI 2, you would have got it out at 177, which would have been a nice trade of, let's see here, of 18% in 15 minutes. Not bad. If you traded with RSI 14 to get out, and you waited to find a peak in the oversold territory, you didn't quite get one right here on the 5-minute. You did on the 1-minute, which would have been a great indicator to go for if you're looking at the very micro level. But say you got out here, on the 5-minute when you saw a peak, or maybe you saw it cross into oversold territory on the 1-minute, you would have gotten out of that option at, let's see here, 218. So 218 on the high side, 150 on the low side. That is a 45.33% trade on the day. So if you invested $10,000 into those options, you would have walked away with, let's see, 14.5 grand, so 4.5 grand profit in one day. I'd say that's pretty good. If you can multiply that over, 5 days a week and 52 weeks a year, you're making $1 million. So that was the trade of the day in right here when RSI2 on the options chart was extremely low and out either at the first peak in oversold territory, or if you maybe trimmed some and waited it out, you got out right here. But good 45% trade in one day using March 28 options with a strike of 67, so at the money. You know, if you held past that, hopefully you had a stop and you got stopped out somewhere around here. You would have been okay for a little bit longer, but you definitely went back to where you started later on in the day. If you actually go lower, and then you know you do have another up move, but you know at that point you're washed out and you probably got emotional. So that's the trade of the day: Facebook RSI2 and RSI14, and you had a good 45% gain in one day. So hopefully you guys like this video, and anytime I see a really good trade throughout the day, I'll make a video of it, and then who knows, maybe I'll do a real-time video so you can see me make some money.